And brothers and sisters, we're finally back. We finally made it to another reaction on this Mystelics Reacts channel. Of course, welcome to every single one of you guys. Hand clap goes up to you guys on the Mystelics family and any videos. So tune in to see what's up with my thoughts and comments on this reaction. Big up on this, and I appreciate you guys for definitely tuning in to see what's up on these vibrations. Also, let me know what are your thoughts. Leave your thoughts and comments where? In the comment box below. Don't be shy, brothers and sisters. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below so others can see as well as I can see as well. Because I definitely tend to watch my videos within 24 hours. I definitely tend to watch the comments and stuff. So definitely leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button as well. Don't be shy. Click it, man. Don't be shy. Click the thumbs up button. Click the like button, brothers and sisters, to help push these videos further and further. And of course, don't forget to, what if you're not done yet, subscribe for more vibrations. Of course, when I post and publish my videos, you will definitely be notified. And of course, when you click the bell, you will definitely become part of the Mystelics family right here. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into vibrations right here. Of course, we've seen this woman. Who is this woman? Who is this woman right there, brothers and sisters? But of course, she has some words for us. Yeah, let's take a listen to what she has to say right there. True. You only missed that. Only missed that. Are you going on the screen now? What is?
Everybody below all you.
What? Okay, or you missed that. Yes, all right. Technology. All right then. The great book even says that. Everything has its season under heaven. The time for every season under heaven, brothers and sisters. Always remember that. The good times, the bad times, the happy times, the sad times, the scary times, the non-scary times. Well, it was the non-scary times than the scary times. So I guess but hey, brothers and sisters, everything is definitely has its time. So don't always feel like you are you will always be in one particular position. It is how well you are able to handle the seasons, the different seasons. Right there, the individual Tyler Perry came to mind when I mentioned seasons. So, anyways.
Everybody on top there. Everybody below. And you have a little money, a little power, a little position.
Yes, very yes, indeed. A little position from time to time. Oh, nobody can touch me. Oh, I've done everything in my power. I've gone after this person, that person, this person, corrupt this individual. So if they mess up, then they are definitely involved in corruption. So they cannot change their dirty ways. Mr. Speaker, I'm not talking about you. But hey, who knows? Mr. Speaker of the House, selling your principles for the sake of a mere paper tree money. Interesting. Anyways, let's continue.
Right, you want to look down on people and talk about people and you can walk on people. You have to remember, today for you, tomorrow for somebody else.
One day for the goose, the other day for the gander, isn't it? Oh,
yes. Yours in front, somebody else on behind. You understand? The same way, nobody knows more than you, not more than nobody either. And if I don't learn to humble yourself, God knows humble people.
Indeed. Very much indeed.
Because everything you think you have now, in the blink of an eye, it
can disappear. I remember when people are around Hurricane Maria and this kind of place, these times there, things were okay. Things weren't the best before Hurricane Maria, but things were okay. Thank God for Ross University, and then bam! Government just made Ross go. And then people are just struggling to the point. Picard, hélas. Picard was the city of Dominica. Not Roseau, you know, Picard. People used to live all over. When they say they're coming on vacation, guess where they used to come? Picard. Brothers and sisters, I remember Picard being bush and then rising from the slums and the mud, brothers and sisters, and then you see these big structures come up from all over the place, and city life is like Picard is America. I remember that, brothers and sisters. If you look at Picard today, you see, hélas, that's all you got, hélas, we. So one day we never knew these things would happen, never knew. And then people are going to the point where even banks don't want to repossess houses because they don't have nobody that wants to buy. So shocking, brothers and sisters. So shocking.
Everything, one sickness and boom. That's all. It's people. I see already was on top there and believe after them go have nobody. And the position they be now, they are now.
They not
gonna believe they're in that position. And the same people you're looking down on and talking down to might be the same people that you have to stretch your hand out to.
Yeah. There's always something I heard, especially when it comes down to business. They say never burn bridges. Never burn bridges. At that time you might feel, oh, I don't need these people, I don't need this company, I don't need this business anymore. I don't need your business anymore. Because you're at the top of your game right now. You feel like you have made it. As I'm saying, made it, brothers and sisters, I remember myself of a number of celebrities, even NBA players, who are the top of the top, millionaires spending lavish lifestyles. And today, they're walking among people and people don't even know who they are. Oh, who's this tall person? Don't even know. I remember they did a documentary about a particular individual. And the individual was living the life. And today, the person, I think the person is a male man or something. One day at the top, and today, next day might be at the bottom. Always be cool and good to people. Always be good and cool to people, brothers and sisters. Even if that person ill treat you. I remember my own self, brothers and sisters, back in the day where people used to ill treat me and say all sorts of things. But they didn't really ill treat me. They used to say all sorts of negative stuff and this kind of things there and the things I was doing. And I would not be the person that would be like, okay, it's very easy to counteract people, especially if you have a sharp mind. You can diss people and tell them the truth about themselves. That's another situation right there. I just remember a situation that was happening on Facebook, and a guy was trying to diss me and stuff, and I told him about his mother, and I told him about his mother. It's true. He messaged me and said, "Bro, why are you saying that, bro?" That was funny. So you never know, brothers and sisters. It's always good to maintain some sort of level of professionalism, I have to say. Because when you maintain a certain level of professionalism, it's no longer about you, but it's about the brand that you represent. It is about the business that you represent. It's about the people, your family that you represent. That is also something very important right there. So treat people cool. They might want to slander you and this kind of things there. The people that used to kind of do that to me back in the day are the same people that trying to find gigs and this kind of things there for me to do. It's interesting. Trying to make me get a link somewhere and somehow. And so if I was dissing these people back, maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but you never know. The way I was treating them didn't matter. Because for me, it's not how you treat me, it's how I feel about you that really matters to me. That is my whole take. You can say what you want, and if I feel like, hey, that you're having a problem, you're having an issue, you have mental problems, then I just have to show you that grace, and inadvertently you show me the grace as well. Anyways, let's continue.
To ask for something, to ask for help. Never believe you're more than anybody. Never believe nobody beneath you. Never believe you're better than people.
Facts. One of the things I remember in Ross University, I remember a doctor was passing. I was cool with most of my department people, the heads of my department and the deans and those kind of people. I was cool with everybody. I remember a doctor was passing. I say, "Hey doc, what's up? And say, "How you doing? What a blah 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 blah." And the person take a few steps ahead, probably like 5 steps ahead, and then I saw a guy who was working in grounds. And I say, "Hey doc, what's good?" And she turned around and say, "Hey doc, he's not a doc." I say, "You're right, he's not a doc, but he's a doc in his own right. Because some of the things that he's able to do, you are not able to do." And she says, "You're right. And then she went and stuff. So it's that level of, oh, he's not a doc. I am this, I am a doctor, I studied this, and so on and so forth. Always treat people in the same manner. The same way I treat you is the same way I'll treat somebody on the street. The same thing, I don't care who you be, Well, even though my people, I might treat my people a little better. My people are looking out for me and that's a bit different. But I tend to treat everybody the same. Especially if I don't know you. That person can be from Timbuktu or you can be from Saudi Arabia. Both of you getting treated the exact same. I expect to be treated the same as well. Don't have me on a high horse or all that stuff. Well, in different settings that can happen, but I treat everybody the same. I think everybody deserves the fair chance as a human being. Deserves the fair chance. Not them deserving, brothers and sisters, but deserves a fair chance. That's very interesting. That just pop up in my head. That's interesting, eh? Not everybody deserves, but everybody deserves a fair chance. That fair chance might come in different ways, different means, but a fair chance is still a fair chance.
Learn to humble yourself for God has to humble you because you don't like it. Because the higher up you go, the higher
how do you fall? True.
Always stay humble. Remember that. Humility is key.
As she's saying that day, something very important that happened today. One of my family members told me, "Hey, Elon Musk is no longer the richest man on the planet." I was like, "What? That's crazy." Apparently some Larry Ellison, I think that is his name, some tech person, apparently passed him briefly. And that just passed like shockwave across the place because no longer Elon Musk. But that was a brief moment right there. I think it was It was brief, but Elon is still back to being the richest man on the planet. So, sometimes you're at the top and then you realize tomorrow you're no longer at the top. Billionaires, the richest man was no longer the richest man. He's back to being the richest man now, but you get the point, brothers and sisters. One day you're at the top, next day you're number 2.
Humility is key because pride
goes
before the fall.
True.
Always be humble, appreciate what you have. Don't use your position and your power to try and make other people miserable, to try and
Amen.
stop some people and victimize people.
Oh, yes, indeed. Don't use your positions to try to victimize people. No, most of people might think, Mystelics is referring to scary them. And no, I'm talking about business places. Sometimes certain people get certain positions, and instead they utilize their positions to actually propel others forward, or to utilize their skills to the best of their ability, where they respect individuals or even showcase to the people who are quote unquote beneath them some level of respect so that they can pass it on to the rest. Instead, they feel like they are high and mighty. They are high and mighty and don't care about the others. And as a result, sometimes business the business itself pays the price. Because sometimes when you go to certain business places, you realize the people are not the best. The cashiers are not the best, showing the best customer service. There's like, hey, you come and bother me sometimes. That's how you tend to feel. Because it's a reflection of how the business treats its employees. Yes. You think the people that work in Google are mad? They don't mad. They treat Google like that is the best thing that could ever happen to them, because Google treats them like royalty. Number of persons, I was talking to a person in Delta the other day, and we were just talking about a number of things, man. And it seems like, the way that they treat them, and the individual tell me, yes, I've been working there for 20 years. There's a reason why I'm working there for 20 years. And he's a strong advocate for Delta. Very much a strong advocate for Delta. And of course, Delta tends to treat its people really well. Not just the people, but also the associates that are associated with the people. They also treat them well as well. I think that is a wonderful thing when it comes to that situation right there. So always treat people fairly. Always treat, I'm not talking about just the people, the subordinates, treating the people at the top fairly. No. Always treat people fairly, brothers and sisters. I think that is an important point.
No, it's actually help people. The more you help people, the more you yourself go up to. You understand? Because to push down people, you're going down too. To pull down people, you stay down.
Yeah, that's why the country, I'm going back to scary. No, that's why the country is so as bad as it is. Because they are not treating the people fairly. Sometimes the people have no national pride at all. To go to national pride, I remember Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was one of the individuals who had national pride for the United States. He was very proud of his country. Despite the odds that will happening or is happening, he tried his best, take on himself to try to educate the masses, especially the youth. And a lot of the youth were changing as a result of what he was saying, the debates that he was having. Come, let us talk. I think this is why debates are so necessary, because we need to talk. We need to, hey, it's not about what you say, what I say. Let's look at the facts. I always ask that question. Oh, that is your opinion. That is my opinion. So I then ask, where do we leave room for the facts? Because it's not always about, oh, your opinion and my opinion, brothers and sisters. Opinions do not shape destiny. Facts does. Let me say that again. That's crazy. Opinions do not shape destiny. Facts does. Just like we think we can remain in our delusion and somehow reality will bend to our delusion. No. Delusion only fools you. It doesn't fool reality. Reality will teach you something when you believe delusions, brothers and sisters. So it's always important when you look at that metric there to say, hey, let me take a step back. Let me take a step back and ponder. Ponder on things that will help and elevate us as human beings, man. I think that is important. Do you think so, guys? Let me know your thoughts right there. Sorry about that, guys. My hand just hit this thing right there. But yes, this is why it's so important for us to debate and have discussions and leave room for the facts. When you leave room for the facts, we are able to then make proper decisions. It's not about your feelings and my feelings. I think this is one of the reasons why Dominica is feeling so much. Because we're looking at our feelings. We worry about our feelings. So that's my feelings. I'm not looking at the facts that is happening. The country is going down the drain. My goodness, Elas, wake up and smell the coffee. Don't forget coffee. Smell the cacao tea, brothers and sisters. Smell it. When we leave room for the facts, It's not about your opinions and my opinions. It's good to have your opinions, but if you weigh your opinions based off your feelings, you're already wrong. We should always weigh our opinions based off facts, brothers and sisters. And let facts guide us. This is why you have competence and incompetence. This is why you will see business places that don't have proper structure. There's complete chaos in the business. And when I mention the business, I'm talking about the country, brothers and sisters. Complete chaos. It's very evident to see when you have a national security minister saying all sorts of things about improvement. Oh, I need to put camera this and camera that. And under your steed, more crime, brothers and sisters. Even today, I found that there was a drive-by shooting in Dominica. Today, I was just talking to an individual about the same thing when we talk about Charlie Cook and his understanding of guns and this kind of things. I say, well, I think Dominica itself should definitely have some of it. You know why? Because people are not fearful. Those who have illegal firearms are not fearful of going to do things because they know that other people do not have it to hurt them. They do not have it, brothers and sisters. If you know somebody has ammunition in their house, you think you just go inside their house and think like nothing going to happen? If you have ammunition, that is already a deterrent. Not saying that people won't go inside there, they will probably go their own too. But there's a huge deterrent knowing that that person is protected in the house. That's one of the things that Charlie Cook stood for, and I agree with him on that sentiment right there.
You understand? Humility is key. Everything is for a time. Yours in front, somebody else in behind.
Yep. That's a very true statement right there. If you want to get more of this is our stuff right here. But there's something else I want to point out right there, guys. It is this. According to Q95, brothers and sisters, Chief Elections Officer Anthenia Joseph stressed that any Commonwealth citizen whose name is on the voters list is not entitled to confirmation if they are no longer ordinarily residents in a polling district. She didn't say citizen, you know. You might be a citizen of a country, but you're not a resident of that country. And as a result of this, you are no longer able to confirm on the voters list right there. And I do agree with her, because the people in the country that feel the main struggle, the main pain, and when the government goes overseas to get his voters that would normally supporting him, they left the country. That's something else. They escaped the country that they know was not doing good for them or had no opportunities or very little opportunities for them. They escaped it, supporting a person, a particular team that were destroying their abilities for them to grow. They leave to go overseas. And it's interesting to find out that the same person is coming to them overseas to come back to vote in the country. That is something else. You leave a country on that turmoil because you know that country doesn't have opportunities for you. You leave it to go to another country. You don't even go far, you go to another Caribbean island to find betterment for yourself. You find betterment in that country. You find better opportunities. And you're allowing yourself to then go back, say, I'm Dominican. Yeah, Dominica, you can vote for the very people you escaped from. You're going to vote for the people you escaped from because they promised to give you a little money or something of that sort. Really? Just to keep the people in the country down? I agree with this sentiment. Let me read it again. Chief Elections Officer Anthenia Joseph stressed that any Commonwealth citizens whose name is on the voters list, they are not entitled to confirmation if they are in this reconfirmation, if they are no longer ordinary residents in a polling district. You're not a resident. What you voting? Where you come and vote? If you want to vote, you say, your citizens, I do believe in the sentiment. If the people living overseas want to participate, they need to have their overseas voters. Maybe you have two external, one for the north of the earth and one for the south. If you're in South America, Africa, or wherever, and you want to vote, you're from Dominica, you're able to do so. Then you vote in the southern district, and then in the north, you know, you have the North America, Europe, these places that you want to vote. Bow. So this will just be 2 constituencies out of the 21 constituencies. Roosevelt Douglas had that sentiment as well. I always thought of one which would make sense because you have 21 constituencies and just having another one make it 22. So in the 2 of them, 2 would make much sense to make it uneven. So that I definitely agree with that sentiment. You living outside of Dominica, what you come in Dominica and vote for? What? What you living? Why you? Anyways, Chief Elections Officer Anthony Joseph stressed that any Commonwealth citizens whose name is on the voters list, they are not entitled, it's not entitled, you just need to shape that thing properly, is not entitled to confirmation if they are no longer ordinary residents in a polling district. Mr. Joseph is urging the public to avoid circulating false information regarding voter eligibility. Addressing recent rumors, Joseph clarified on Q95 News Thursday that Dominicans, as today, Dominicans living abroad are not automatically subject to residency requirements to be confirmed, dismissing the claim as untrue. She pointed out that Dominica's electoral laws were amended on March 19, 2025 with the passage of the Registration of Electors Bill and Regulations 2024, the House of Assembly Elections and Registration Bill 2024, and the Electoral Commission Bill of 2024 right there. Joseph stressed the Commonwealth citizens whose names are not on the voters list are not entitled to confirmation if they are no longer ordinarily residents in a polling district. This is us speaking right there.
The Electoral Commission underscores the importance of addressing any misconception regarding the voter confirmation process. It is our duty to ensure that all citizens are accurately informed about the procedures, ensuring clarity and fairness for all. Recently, there have been some concerns about who is allowed to be confirmed as a voter. The Commission wishes to address those concerns as follows. It is essential to differentiate between voter confirmation and voter registration. Voter confirmation refers to the process by which an individual already included on the voter list published in May 2025 can confirm his or her status as a voter. This is an opportunity for those eligible voters to confirm their intention to participate in the electoral process. It is crucial to emphasize that the voter confirmation process is exclusive to individuals who are already registered on the voters list. This clarification is important considering misinformation suggesting that voters who are resident abroad must meet a residence requirement in order to be confirmed. This is not true for Dominican citizens.
Oh, interesting.
Dominican citizen whose name is on the voters register or list and who resides abroad does not have to be a resident in Dominica for any period in order to be confirmed. On the other hand, however, a Commonwealth citizen whose name is on the voters list is not entitled to be confirmed if he or she has left Dominica and appears no longer to be an ordinary resident in a polling district.
Oh, I see what they're saying right there. I see what they're saying right there, brothers and sisters, on the merit of the confirmation of the Commonwealth citizen. I do, however, still hold the belief that if you live overseas, you should not have the ability to come. But this person is not talking about a person who is born or who is a national of Dominica. He's talking about Commonwealth citizens. Remember, brothers and sisters, if you're born in Antigua and you're a Commonwealth citizen, obviously, and you come Dominica for a certain period of time, you are eligible to vote. Yeah, you can vote in Dominica. But if you leave the country, you're no longer a resident in Dominica, you cannot say you're coming back to vote. That's what I think they're mentioning right there when it comes down to the Commonwealth citizen. I thought they were talking about Commonwealth citizen in general, which would include Dominica right there, but it seems like that is a bit different. However, I do hold the belief that Dominicans living overseas should not vote, or if they have to vote, they need to have their own constituency for overseas, therefore not infringing on the ability of the Dominicans living in Dominica to make the decisions to reflect the true the voter choice right there. So that's what this individual is saying right now. The Commonwealth citizen, the individuals who are not necessarily Dominican, but are overseas, come to Dominica, probably working in Dominica, staying in Dominica, they marry somebody in Dominica, go out in Dominica, whatever it is, brothers and sisters, they can vote if they are in Dominica for quite some time. However, if they have left the country, they are no longer eligible to vote. That is what he's saying right there. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you think that these Commonwealth citizens should still have the ability to vote? Or do you think that Dominicans living overseas should be able to vote even though they live overseas? What are your thoughts on this, guys? Or do you agree with my sentiment when it comes to that sentiment right there? That Dominicans living overseas, who staying overseas, coming on vacation, the World Creole Music Festival they come down and they go back up until next year World Creole Music Festival, or they coming down for Carnival and then they going back because that's where they reside overseas. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know your thoughts in that regard right there. There are some individuals who work overseas but live in Dominica. There's a huge difference in that aspect right there. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below right there. Anyways, guys, this is pretty much all about for this here vibrations. Like I did before, don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you've not done so yet, and subscribe for more vibrations, as you do definitely tend to come through. Right, it's about Mystelics once again. Be real, Saturday King always. Thanks so much for watching, brothers and sisters. Be positive.